Hey, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. The Browns at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. They run again with Harris. Room here to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. Harris running straight ahead. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Second down and goal. Jones. Quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
But when you go on the road, you're hoping to make plays that will take the crowd out of the game. I think that's a pretty good example right there.
Yeah, a break like that never hurts, especially in the 1st quarter. Maybe help to set the tone a little bit.
Could settle them down, get them into the game a little bit easier without that crowd really being against them.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. We're scoreless after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Off of play action, it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And his guys are going to take over at the line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson off play action. Out to his left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 23. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Jones. Henry brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run with Harris. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The York on now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketing the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The Folks' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
New England has found its lead running back, and it's Damian Harris. The Alabama man tied for second in the league with 15 rushing touchdowns and was a game short of 1,000 yards.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They hand this off to Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They run for it with Harris. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll run with Strong. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Strong. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Pierre Strong. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A third quarter now to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He'll buy some time right. Pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Throwing on third down, Watson swings this out for Hunt. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Jones looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nelson Aguilar. 51 yards. And the Patriots use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show.
This is caught at the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 39 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Right side, Thornton with it. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton from 8 yards out. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And now here is another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Nick Folk for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Chubb. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Finding Bourne here over the middle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Good shot, good shot.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Under pressure, they got him again.
Jordan Elliott
in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Patriots, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.